So yesterday we talked about the review process, and we talked as if it always works absolutely perfectly, and that they sit down and they agree that yes, this is the way that they want to go forward, and they do everything they can to achieve that. Now we all know that isn't always the case, and that sometimes you can set action plans, you can agree different outcomes, and still that person doesn't achieve them. So this is about actually having those reviews on a more regular basis. If somebody fails to meet their own action plan that they've set up in order to become better at their role, then it's really important that you sit down with that and do that sooner rather than later. Do that at the agreed time. Don't put it off. Don't avoid having the conversation, but sit down with them, talk through where they're at, what they haven't achieved, and again, give them the opportunity to talk through and explain why. Once you're happy that they have got all of the skills, the knowledge, and the support in order to deliver, if they put the effort in as well, then there's basically, you've done as much as you can do. You can't actually do the job for them. Provided you know that you've given them all the support, you've made sure that they've got all of those skills, they know everything they need to know, the people in their team are capable and able to deliver what's necessary as well, then quite often there might only be one way forward, which is actually a disciplinary procedure, because they're not fulfilling the terms of their contract. You've agreed the expectations at the beginning, they've agreed them, you've agreed when they're going to be measured and how, and you've reviewed those, and they're consistently not achieving that. So that's when you go down that route. If you're concerned or worried about that, then this is where it's really important to an HR partner in. And there's lots of HR consultants out there that can support you through this. Some fantastic people working that are brilliant at holding your hand, taking you through that process and making it easy. Sometimes people resign before that happens, and you've got to make sure that you know that might happen. And if this is somebody that you really want to keep and that there are problems that they need help sorting, then make sure you're doing everything that you can. However, if you've tried everything and they're just never going to work out, it's actually less painful for everybody if you start that process and can actually then get somebody into that role that is the right person for that role and is prepared to commit to what you need to.